Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Holly lashes out at Eric for killing her father, and Fiona attempts to silence Sarah for good. At the townhouse, Tate beats himself up over telling Holly that Eric killed her father. John urges him not to be so hard on himself and pulls out his phone to give Eric a heads up. Eric ignores a call as he approaches Holly in the park. She thinks it makes sense he came back to support Brady, especially after what you did. As Sarah sleeps at the Kuriaki's mansion, Fiona hovers a pillow over her daughter-in-law's face. She pulls it away, horrified, wondering what she's thinking. On the other hand, she can't let Sarah remember she was the one who hit her. After yelling at Justin for convincing EJ to drop the charges, a despondent Brady sits alone outside the pub. Ava happens by and delicately quips about him being a fugitive, but he's not in the mood for jokes. Ava tries to make him feel better, but he's racked with guilt, and getting away with the hit and run makes it worse. She takes partial responsibility since she was drinking with him the night he fell off the wagon. He assures her there was nothing she could have done to stop his month-long path of destruction. She recalls returning to the pub to ensure he wasn't driving home, but she saw him with that woman who had an accent. Downstairs in the Kuriaki's mansion, Xander tells Maggie how wonderful both she and Fiona have been. As he goes to check on Sarah's soup, he runs into Justin. Justin shares that EJ decided not to press charges against Brady. Xander glowers. In the park, Holly snarls, "I know what you did, Eric. I know you killed my father." Wincing, Eric says he was going to tell her tonight. She points out he's had 17 years to do that. Instead, Nicole fed her a lie and everyone just went along with it. Eric insists they were protecting her. Holly calls her mother a manipulator. Holly never looked deeper into the accident because she believed the monster who killed her father was dead. Instead, he was living under her roof. At the townhouse, Tate tells John that he and Holly were fighting about him standing by Brady. Tate knows what his father did was terrible, but he can't turn his back on him. John feels the same way. Also, since Brady doesn't remember hitting Sarah, there could be more to the story. He assures his grandson there's nothing he or Brady could do to make him stop loving them. In Sarah's bedroom, a conflicted Fiona presses the pillow to Sarah's face. She hears the door handle turn and pulls the pillow away. Xander enters with a bowl of soup. Sarah wakes up and Xander tells her EJ dropped the charges against Brady. Fiona calls that ridiculous since Brady confessed. Xander agrees, but Brady doesn't remember it happening. Which means, it's more important than ever that Sarah remembers that night. Sarah still can't make out the driver's face. Xander suggests Sarah just say it was Brady. He did confess, after all. Sarah won't lie and doesn't like that he asked her to. Xander suggests she get hypnotized to remember, then. In the park, Holly accuses Eric of not only killing her dad but stealing his life, too. Eric insists it wasn't planned. They were a family and Nicole didn't want to ruin that. He also didn't want Holly to know what he'd done. He loves her like his own daughter, and he feared her finding out would ruin their relationship. She says it has. "I truly hate you." He reaches out to her, but she jumps away, flinching. She'll never forgive him. As Maggie worries to Justin about the family imploding, she wonders what Victor would think. She tears up looking at his portrait. "I wish you were here." Justin comforts her but warns EJ is still on the hunt for proof against Brady, like a witness. Maggie tells him Sarah is starting to get her memory back from that night. Outside the pub, Brady asks if Ava told anyone about finding him with the woman. She didn't. She was just relieved to overhear they were walking to the Salem Inn and not driving. At least not that night, Brady sighs. He asks her not to tell anyone he saw them together. Ava wonders if she's married or something. She's Xander's mother, Brady admits. Smirking in delight, Ava promises not to say a word. Before he leaves, she offers to listen if he ever needs to talk. In the Kuriaki's bedroom, Fiona scoffs over hypnosis, but Xander and Sarah tell her Marlena is renowned. However, Sarah doubts Marlena will want to help them put her stepson behind bars. Xander is confident Marlena will want to do the right thing. Fiona questions that, considering Xander shot her. Xander wonders how she knows about that. Fiona flashes to Brady telling her, but lies that she looked Xander up online when she got to town. Xander insists he's a better man now because of Sarah, which is why he wants Brady to pay. Sarah agrees with Fiona that they should just let it go. Xander can't do that and convinces her to see Marlena. In the park, Eric says he's not expecting Holly's forgiveness, but he is truly sorry. Daniel was his friend, and he loved him. That's the thing, Holly retorts. She never got the chance to love him. And that's because of you. She walks away. Tears fall down Eric's face. Alone, Eric recalls talking to Sarah years ago about keeping the truth from Holly. He calls Nicole and says there's something she needs to know. A distraught Holly rushes into the Kuriaki's living room. She tearfully tells Maggie she just found out who killed her dad. Maggie embraces her. Upon John's advice, Tate sends Holly a text to let her know he's there if she wants to talk. Brady comes home and tells his shocked family that EJ dropped the charges. Tate grins as John enthusiastically hugs Brady, who forces a weak smile. Fiona takes Sarah's food tray out of the bedroom, leaving the marrieds alone. Sitting with Sarah on the bed, Xander says he's hopeful hypnosis will help her remember the hit and run. In the hallway, Fiona listens at the door. I'm sorry, Xander, she says to herself. I can't allow that to happen.